Hi, welcome back to Avidly Experts. Quick tips for you every week. I'm joined by my colleague Anka. How's it going?
All good. It's very hectic in the AI world.
Can you just give us quickly a quick rundown on your position at Avidly and what exactly is involved?
Right. So I am the director of AI strategy and transformation in the HubSpot side of things. So I'm trying to facilitate adoption, trying to do safe implementation, and also assess regulations that we have to navigate. So that's essentially what I do.
Pretty much a dream role for you, knowing your background with how long you've been into the AI world, and how fast things are changing as well. It's a full-time job, definitely. So, what are your predictions when it comes to marketing and sales, alongside on being influenced by AI this year?
So if you're going to be predicting a full year, I think it's a huge margin for error, but I do think that things are going to be continuing in the way that they have. I don't think things are slowing down. I think there's going to be maybe a little bit of a bigger gap between the US and the European side of things, especially with we're seeing some regulations taking shape in the EU. I think there's going to be a little bit of a difference when it comes to safety and privacy, etc. But I think even though we don't see like huge leaps in the EU side, I think just implementing the technology that's already available would we would spend years implementing to get the full effect out of the technology already available. So I think there's so much potential for already existing tech. I think there's huge potential for personalization, getting more AI into automations. So I think there's going to be a lot more help for the individual teams, individual people with the agentic era just now starting. I think we're going to have a bigger workforce. A lot of the more junior tasks might be more AI augmented, I would say. So yeah, I think it's going to change a little bit the way we're working.
And what is when you say this agentic area, what is that? What's the difference between an agent compared to say an assistant? Is there a way you can describe that?
I think the definitions of an agent have changed a little bit over the last 6 months. I mean, we were throwing very casually around the word agent when the ChatGPTs or the GPTs came out. I think we ended up calling all sorts of semi-automations for agents for a while. But I think what we mean by like true agentic agents is software that can use AI to actually do tasks or at least have a more meaningful impact in your day to day, more so than just answering questions or lining up. Uh, yeah, just language-based things, actually doing tasks or actually executing on things.
Instead of that just chat back and forth, a bit of a
Yeah.
step on. What are your favourite AI tools at the moment? I know this will
Oh.
change next week because there'll be a new one.
Oh, well, right now I'm having so much fun with Notebook LM, but I would say that I absolutely love the way Google is shaping Gemini into the workspace, into our Drive, our email. It's really doing some meaningful impact in the way that I'm at least shaping the way and my workflow kind of changes around what functions that they are implementing. I know they have a huge development plan. They're prioritizing Gemini for workspace. So it's going to be super interesting to see. But right now I'm crushing hard on the Notebook LM thing. It's so interesting to see. It's always so mind blowing when you show somebody for the first time when you just like you input a whole bunch of documents, videos, everything, and then you get these two podcasters talking about the subject, and it's super interesting because it's so realistic. It's
Mm.
really mind blowing the first few times you really go do it.
And what's one way you use it that somebody else could adopt to get used to it and see its benefit?
Absolutely, I am a huge tab hoarder, so I end up with at the end of the day, I end up with a bunch of tabs of materials that I intend to get to, I intend to read, and I'm across the several workday, it tends to be, I mean, when your computer crashes and you get the question, like the shameful question when you open it back up, do you want to restart your 99 tabs? You realize you have a problem, right? So I have gotten into the habit of just clustering them into topic and then just sending the links over to Notebook LM and then producing a podcast out of those tabs that I intended to read. And then I'd get a short podcast just that I could listen to while I'm commuting or picking up the kids or whenever it really fits me. I think that is maybe the future of AI in terms of what format you prefer. Some might have like they like shortcasts or podcasts, or they like text, walls of text. Some like reels. I think the future is gonna end up us being able to more choose what format we want to consume information in. So for me, it really, that's like a super nice step towards that, like multi-format personalization, to be able to
Yeah,
just grab a podcast.
great tip as well to flip it on its head. It's not generating stuff; it's helping you consume things as well. And I think maybe that's something I'd never done until you shared that tip. So, thanks very much, Annka. Follow these tips every week here on Avidly HubSpot Solutions.
Follow us on LinkedIn for more expert insights every week.